What is up, my LS crazy amigos? It's your boy Terry, speaking from the garage shop once again. Here to offer you some more big bang for the buck product info and a restoration tips. Yeah, that's right. We're getting back on the 67 Chevelle. It's been a while because we were working on the SuperCharger for the 71, which is all done, and we're about to get the dyno results, which I'm excited about. But we're getting back on this one, but we're not going to talk about this. Well, as you can see, I chemically stripped the door, and I got issues. The driver's side, not so much. It's pretty good. This one, ooh, but we're not going to talk about this today. What we're going to talk about is, as always, I get emails. I get a lot of emails, which is beautiful, and I love them. People asking about the SuperCharger on the 71 Chevelle. How much does it cost? What kind of parts am I going to need? Glad you asked those questions, and I'm going to try my best to answer them for you. So, you know what? Let's go to the area where I like to talk to you guys, you know, and we'll finish this up, all right? Come with me. Come on. This way. We're going to recap. This is the bottom half of the LSA SuperCharger, and you need more parts, all right? Now, these things, right now, I said they were going up, and they are. They go. You can get them anywhere from about $600 to about $1,200. That's just this part, all right? And, you know, if you go on eBay, you see them tapering, you know, hovering around, you know, $800. They're pretty much going for around $700, $800 you can get them for, all right? And this is the first step that you're going to need. You get this, all right? Now, you're going to need a whole bunch of other parts, but if your car has cathedral port heads, you have two options. You could swap the heads out to LS3 style heads, or you can get adapter plates. It's a sandwich between one side the cathedral port, the other side is a square port, and that way you can use, that's the first step for putting an LSA on your engine, making sure you have the right heads that support it. That's why I like the LY6 engine, because it comes stock, you know, out, and for the price, you get in the LS3 head style, and you already got the square port. Now, for some of you who don't know what a square port head is, this is it. You see how the ports are like square right here? All right. On a Gen 3, they have a cathedral port, meaning that it kind of got a point up the top, so these flow a lot better. The cathedral port, they got it because it looks like a church, a cathedral in a church, hence the name cathedral port. All right, so now you have this. You're gonna need a few parts. You're gonna need a couple of things, and here they are. First thing you're gonna need is an LSA style pulley. All right, it's got room for 3 belts. Now you can pick, this one is a stock one off of a V-Series Cadillac, and I'm gonna use it. And there's a lot of companies out there that make, you know, like pulleys like this, where you can take off the SuperCharger pulley so you can change the boost if you want, but they're gonna be kind of pricey. They're gonna, you know, probably start at like $500 on up. So this one I got off of eBay for $70. You know, so if you're looking to race the car and change your boost all the time, maybe you should consider getting one of those other ones. But if you're just gonna set it and forget it, that's beautiful. All right. You're also going to need the rails. The LSA SuperCharger has different rails than the LS3. Their rails look something like this. It's almost like a two-piece, but it's connected by some type of, I guess, a pressured line, which is kind of cool. And this is what your LSA SuperCharger fuel rails are going to look like. So you got to get these. These range from anywhere, I seen on eBay, from $250 to about $400. You gotta do some shopping around for these parts if you want some of these good deals, all right? So that's that. All right. Next thing you're gonna need is, give me a second. The intake top are, they call these the bricks. Hold on a second. This is, you can get one. You can get one for a Cadillac, which I like the ZL1 one better because, you know, like the inlets in the front, and it just looks more aggressive. The Cadillac is a smoother looking one. If you're going for a smoother look, the Cadillac top would be maybe a good choice depending on what kind of car. Plus, what happens is the Cadillac one, see, this one's in the front. The inlet outlet's in the front. Cadillac one's in the back. So let's cover that back up. These are heavy. All right. Now again, these are some of the major parts you're gonna need. I mean, depending on how you're gonna use the car, fuel injectors, stuff like that. And this is a one-piece pulley set from my man Murphy. Hold on a sec. You gotta see this thing. Let me get a hold of this. Look at this thing. It's one piece. Now, if you have, oh, this thing is really beautiful. Look at this thing. It even got the LS. This thing is beautiful. This is one piece. Now, depending on which engine you have, if mine's is an LY6, this will allow me to use the truck alternator and steering pump. It bolts right in, but you got to have a special water pump. You got to have a water pump, and you got to use the water pump from off the truck. And we're going to go over that a little bit later. But my man Murphy, he came through. Wow. And the thing with this, the kit comes with belts. It comes with everything you're going to need to put the supercharger, to hook up all the belts and everything like that. Now, if you want to use GM belts, if you want to use GM belts and pulleys and stuff like that, you gotta either do one or two things. They do sell a kit, but it's close to $1,000. Or you can go to a junkyard and pray that they got a wrecked ZL1 or Cadillac, and then you can just pull all the pulleys and front end off. Or you could just try to, like piece them out and try to go on eBay and hopefully get lucky. That's why I like this, because it's all in one and it fits right on the front of your engine, and that's it, done. Now, we can't forget cooling the supercharger. So you're gonna need an intercooler, a pump, and a reservoir, okay? So what you're gonna have is, you're gonna have liquid coming in, hot liquid coming off of the brick into the reservoir, being pumped in, pumped out of the pump into the intercooler to cool the system down. And the system, now you can do a lot of things with these intercoolers. You can go on eBay, you can find them for cheap. I opted to get the ZL1 replacement that AFCO makes. This is the ZL1 replacement. It's a dual pass, so it's going to cool the liquid really, really, really quick. And then I went with a Canton reservoir and a Bosch pump. Now this Canton reservoir is kind of cool because it fits, it's compact, it fits right there. And for racing purposes, not that I'm going to be racing the car at all. You can put ice in it. For each pass, you can put some ice in it, and you'll get an extra cold charge, which is good for the supercharger. All right? I'm not racing. I'm not going to race. So let's recap. Assuming you got this is the first step. You're going to need the brick, the rails, the injectors under the rails. You're going to need some type of pulley system. This is the LS Simple 8-rib pulley system from my man Murphy. Works like a charm. And the beauty of this is you can use your truck alternator as long as it's a DR44. If it's different, you could tell him and he will make an adjustment. And you use the truck style steering pump. All right. So that's the beauty. Other than it being a beautiful piece, that's the beauty of that type of bracket. This LS Simple 8-rib bracket for the LSA. Then you got your AFCO heat exchanger. You got your Bosch pump. You got your Canton reservoir. You can put ice in for racing purposes, but we're not racing. And this is what it looks like all together. Now, to do everything that I did to this car, regulator, new lines, everything, it ran about $2,800. Okay, and that's me having the supercharger and changing the isolator. From that point on, you know, like everything else, that's bells and whistles, that's miscellaneous, that's everything. Everything, it came out to about $2,800. Now you got to remember that I changed my my pulley, supercharger pulley, $300. I upgraded the fuel system, and I did a couple of other things, you know, and so you don't have to spend a lot of money to get this done, and the power that it makes. I don't even know how much a new supercharger costs. I think those new superchargers are probably costing somewhere in the neighborhood of like $4,000 to $6,000, I would imagine. So to do this, pretty much, even if you have to go and spend, let's say, $500 on a supercharger itself, it's still going to be under $3,000, and you're getting so much power. And the good thing about it is, like, I like the fact that it's GM power, and so I really hope this helps you guys out when you're making a decision on if you're going to put a supercharger in your car, or if you can, if the parts that you're going to need. And like I said, there's other stuff, like little stuff that, but those are just the major parts. I mean, like unforeseen miscellaneous stuff, which I'm probably forgetting right now, but those are the major parts to get this thing rolling. And I really hope this helps. All right, but I'm looking at the clock on the wall, or should I say ceiling. It's time for me to head on off, and I want to get back on the 67 Chevelle so I can start getting the supercharger for this thing. Yeah, I got one in the corner. Just waiting. It's marinating. Just waiting. It's like, okay, Terry, we got you. Don't worry about it. You get the body ready, and we'll be here. All right. But as always, please always be easy. And like, what's it called? I want to say thank you again. I just love you guys, man, for all the love, and keep those questions coming. And you know how to reach me. Instagram, Facebook, and remember, give the gift of knowledge. All right. Share, okay? You get me on Facebook? Share with all your friends. Share with everyone. Don't keep me a secret. That's right. Okay, Terry's lost his mind. It's time for me to get back on this Chevelle, all right? But as always, like I said, please be easy, and I will catch you guys real soon. Take care.